5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
A Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Welcome back to another review show right here on
Magic TV.
Absolutely, and once again, I'm here in a checkered shirt, and Ryland's here in his pajamas. Good job, lad. Right, on this week's episode, we are going to be looking at 4 brand new items, stuff that's come out in the last couple of months. And I think everything's good on this week's show. I don't think there's a bad one, which is awesome. And we're going to start off with a re-release. This is a kind of a reimagined, updated product by the legend himself, Mr. Wayne Fox. We're going to have a look at Obliter8 2.0 first.
This is Obliter8 2.0.
By Wayne Fox.
Yeah.
You know Wayne?
Mm-hmm.
He's been at the Young Magicians Club at the Magic Circle quite a lot, hasn't he? You know Wayne really well. So Obliter8 2.0, I remember, Ryland, I am old enough to remember when the original Obliter8 came out. It must have been about 10 years ago now.
Wow, you're old.
Shut up. I was doing a review show with David Penn at the time. I'm pretty sure we gave it Worker of the Week. And I used to do this trick a lot. And then I stopped doing it because I lost my Obliter8 and it hasn't been available for years. And now it's finally back out, which is super exciting. So what
Don't lose this one.
I'll try not to. So what is Obliter8? Well, basically, it's a finale to an 8-ball production. If you produce 8 balls in your act for whatever reason, which is very, very popular. You know, I, many years ago, put out a DVD, a project called Pool Ball Miracles, and it was all routines with 8 balls and red 3s and things like that. And I think it's really magical making an 8-ball appear at the beginning or the end of your act. Well, if you do make an 8-ball appear, you absolutely need to have this, because what it allows you to do is take that 8-ball, have it examined, and then take it and visually, and I mean visually, shrink it really, really small. It's killer, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Like, you told me that you saw Wayne doing this at Blackpool on his stand.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about that.
Well, it looked really cool because it was like showing everyone like what it does, and he had the 8-ball, he produced it, he showed it, and then he just squeezed it down, and it did look really cool.
It does look really cool.
Yeah.
And there's a whole routine he teaches on the project. It's only about 20 minutes, the tutorial. That's all it needs to be. Wayne's been teaching people magic for so long. He knows how to do it inside out and left ways, sideways. And in that 20-minute tutorial, he teaches a really cool routine, which starts a bit like John Bannon's Trick Shot production, and then kind of continues on. And there's some real crazy visual moments. Now, you filmed this for Instagram, didn't you? So we'll have a look at this Instagram performance. This is Ryland doing Obliter8 by Wayne Fox.
Okay, so I've got my dad behind the camera. Dad, just say stop.
Stop.
There.
Yeah.
That's your card. You got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now, as well as the cards, I've also got a prediction inside the card box.
Okay.
So I've got the card box here.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to tell me what your card was.
It was a black. It was the 8 of spades.
8 of spades, so a black 8.
Yeah.
A black 8. Okay. Well, look in there. I have.
What?
I genuinely do have a black 8, as you can.
What?
As you can see, which is pretty strange. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
That's really strange. But watch, because if I take the 8, you can see the 8. Yeah. What's the 8?
What?
I can actually squish the 8, and I can put it inside the card box.
No way.
But the only thing I don't understand is the 8's in there.
Yeah.
But I can somehow put the cards back in. Like, what?
I love that visual. I love the visual where you just take the 8-ball and you go boom. And the version that's been made by TCC is way better than the original version, because when you shrink it down, you see that the 8 has been squished as well. From memory, you didn't get that with the original Obliter8. You didn't get that squashed 8. And I also like that.
So what happened in the original?
It just squashed down, but there was no 8 on the side of it. So, I also love the fact that you've got that full circle moment where you put the squashed 8-ball into the card box.
Oh yeah.
And then you just take the cards and you put the cards in the card box as well.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's amazing. It's very Paul Harris-esque, to be honest, the way that the routine is constructed. And it's typical Wayne Fox thinking. The guy's a genius, let's be honest. The guy's an absolute genius, legend in magic, deserves every single accolade he has had. And some of my favourite tricks throughout the years have been created by Wayne Fox. He brought out my favourite rubber band trick of all time years ago called Neat and Tidy. Neat and Tidy was amazing. That was another great finish to a rubber band trick. But this is not about Neat and Tidy. This is about Obliter8. Right. Very quickly, talk me through the angle. There's not angle issues. There's not really angle issues. Wayne talks about how to switch the gimmick in, how to switch it out. He talks about absolutely everything. Although you saw Ryland doing it sitting down at a table, it is designed to be done as a walk around piece. It's just that we filmed that sitting down. It is designed to be done walk around, and Wayne goes through the whole handling of how to do it in the walk around performance. Having said that, if you are sitting down, you can take advantage of lapping techniques like you did. Yeah, it's nothing else really to say. It's a very well made gimmick. I think it'll last a lifetime, unless you lose it like I did the original. It packs small, plays big. If you produce an 8-ball in your act, this is a no-brainer. This is like the perfect finale to something like Trick Shot production, or if you do any of my 8-ball routines and you bought Pool Ball Miracles back in the day, this is a great finale to any of those.
Are you still standing it?
Nah, it hasn't been available for years. I'll be honest with you, Ryan. I'll be honest with you. It came with a load of 8-balls and about 20 routines, and only 3 of them were any good. I was very inexperienced back in the day, and there was a lot of stuff in there. I
still want to get it.
Huh?
I still want to get it.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know what?
Maybe
we might have one in the. We might have one in the where. Look! Can you stop putting acts together? We had 6 months of Harry Potter. Now we're doing Star Wars. Maybe we can just take a break from more acts for a while. How's that sound? And you still got to do the bubble act that you've been putting together for God knows how long. This is not about you. This is about Wayne Fox. I love this. I'm going to give this 100%. I know this is going to go right into my repertoire. What are you giving it, kid?
100%.
100%. You don't do card tricks.
Plus link.
100% plus link.
Trick.
It's a pool ball trick. 100% plus link. If Wayne's watching this, that's actually a really good rating. So there you go. 100% plus link. 100% from me. You know what? I think we don't really do Worker of the Week. That's a Wizard product review, Wizard Magic review thing. But I think we bring it back just this one time. This gets Worker of the Week from Ryland, the Kid Magician.
Trick of the Week?
No, it's got Worker of the Week. Me and Dave used to do Worker of the Week thing. A worker is a trick that like works, workers, professional magicians.
Yeah, well, I know what that means. I'm just saying it should be Trick of the Week.
Okay, well, it's the Trick of the Week. It's the Worker of the Week. It's the Go-To the Week. It's a freaking great trick. Can we agree on that? Cool. Let's move on. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is by one of your favourite magic companies, Magic Dream. Johan and his team from Magic Dream have bought out a real winner as far as I'm concerned. This is an oil and water routine. It's called Oil and Water Both Sides, and it is really strong, like really strong. I do a lot of oil and water style routines. I've probably got about 4 or 5 that I do. My favourite one is called Oil and Water Extreme, which is on the Netrix. I've published various different variations of that over the years on the Cube 52 project, on the Evoke project, on various different things that I've done. I love the oil and water plot. And for me, this is one of the best that I've ever seen. When I first saw this, I had no idea how it worked. It fooled me completely. Because normally, with oil and water, you're dealing with backs of cards, but it's the fronts of the cards that separate. And there is things like technical oil and water, but you've still got backs, you know what I mean? This is interesting in that you've got 4 cards that are yellow on both sides, 4 cards that are blue on both sides, and you mix them all together, and they separate over and over and over again. Yeah. You can make it as long or as short as you want to. It's easy to do. It's not actually that difficult. I think the hardest move in there is an Elmsley count. I think there's a couple of Elmsley counts that you have to do. But outside of that, everything is pretty easy. If you've not seen it before, the fact that the cards are the same colour on both sides really add to the routine, don't you think? And it's got a very nice kicker that you'll never see coming. So let me perform the main routine for you first. You saw it coming because I hate you. But most people don't see it coming. Let me show you a video of me performing this. So this is me performing Oil and Water Both Sides. You can have a look at it, see what you think, and then we'll give it a review. Have a look at this. So I've got some cards. Can you see them there okay, right? Mm-hmm. Now, what's interesting is these cards are not playing cards. They don't have values on them. They don't have suits on them. But they're colours on both sides. You actually have different colours. Now, you probably see that there's a lot of yellow there. There is a lot of yellow. I've actually got 8 cards altogether. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow cards, and they're yellow on both sides. And I've got 4 blue cards, and once again, the blue cards are blue on both sides. Now, I'm going to show you something that I think is truly incredible. The blue cards start off live over there. So you put the 4 blue cards over there. And the yellow cards start off over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow cards. Remember, the yellow cards are here and the blue cards are here. That's really important. Now, I'm going to show you something crazy. I'm going to go really slowly. I'm going to take cards and put them down onto the table. So I'll put a yellow card down onto the table. Then I put a blue card down onto the table. Then I put a yellow card down on the table. Then I put a blue. And what I'm doing is I'm stacking them up. I'm putting yellow, blue, yellow, blue. I'm basically alternating the yellow and the blue cards like that, right? Now watch. A lot of people think this is sleight of hand, but it's not. I do nothing. All I have to do is wait a couple of seconds. And by waiting a couple of seconds, what actually happens is that the yellow cards have separated from the blue cards. Over there we've got the yellow, and over here we've got the blue. The blue cards and the yellow cards actually separate. Now, a lot of people ask me how that's done. Well, I'm going to do it again for you. Watch the yellows, watch the blues. I'll even explain how it works. It's a little bit like oil and water at school. Oil and water don't separate, so it's not magic. I just have to leave them for a second, and they'll automatically separate themselves. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to put a yellow one. Remember, I'm going to alternate them, yellow and blue. So yellow one goes down first. Then you put a blue one on. Then you put a yellow one on. Then you put a blue one on. I want you to see I'm not doing anything sneaky. I am literally doing what I'm saying. The blue cards and the yellow cards alternate all the way through. Now, I do nothing other than wait a few seconds. And when I do wait a few seconds, automatically the cards separate out, which means that over here now we have the 4 yellow cards. And obviously that means that over here we've got the 4 blue cards. It's crazy, really, how it works, and you know, it confuses me how the yellows and the blues can actually do this. I don't really fully get it, but I tell you what I do. I tell you what I don't get, because that kind of makes sense from a scientific point of view, but this doesn't. If I take the yellow cards and the blue cards and I keep them separate, and then I just put them together like that, so you can clearly see that the yellow cards are underneath the blue cards. You can clearly see that. All I have to do is wait for a split second. And this is what I don't understand. Now, they actually mix themselves. Blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow. Now, I honestly don't understand how that happens. I don't get how the yellow cards and the blue cards can change like that. It really does confuse me, and I don't really get it. But I tell you what, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to give you a big finish. I don't normally do a big finish, but I'm going to do a big finish, because every single good trick needs a big finish. I'm going to show you the big finish right now. Watch the cards. We're going to do it one more time. But this time, I'm going to actually explain how the whole thing works. So watch, there's the yellow cards, there's the blue cards. And I'm going to go really, 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 really slowly. I want you to see that we really do have everything separate. In fact, just so you know, look, we're going to take the blue card. So we're going to take a blue, we're going to take a blue, we're going to take a blue, we're going to take a blue. The blue cards go over there, right there on the table. The yellow cards stay here, nothing to see. Now I want you to watch and don't blink. Watch the blue cards, watch the yellow cards, watch everything, because you see the yellows, you see the blues. If I put those together like that, and I wait, now Ryland's sneezing behind the camera. That's what we have here at Magic TV, nothing but professionalism. If I just snap my fingers, now they really do mix one more time. But when I say they really mix, I don't mean they mix like this. I mean they really mix, because Ryland's behind the camera. He's been in school. He knows what happens if you mix yellow and blue, Ryland.
As in, like, colours?
Yeah.
It makes green.
It makes green. And if I really could mix these cards, they would end up looking something like
that.
So things that you need to be aware of. So first of all, the tutorial's about 45 minutes in length. They go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. It's not very hard to do. However, even though there's not many difficult moves, there is a lot to remember. Like the routine that I just did there is like a 6-phase routine, and that's the shortest version of the routine. There are longer versions. It's quite a long, and although none of the moves are difficult, it's like, right, okay, so first of all, you have to put these 4 cards down here, then you have to put 1 card to the bottom, then you have to turn it over, then you have to take the cards and you have to do that. And there's a lot to remember through the course of the routine. And if you get one of those things wrong, the whole thing isn't going to work. So there's a lot to remember. That's something that you need to bear in mind, but it is not difficult. If you can do an Elmsley count and you can do a Biddle count, you can probably do the trick. But that's the first thing to consider. The second thing to consider is if you want to do the last 2 phases, where the cards separate again and then turn green, you are going to have to do a packet switch. Now, on the tutorial, the main packet switch they go through involves sitting at a table and lapping, which is obviously not really conducive to most working environments. However, they do go through other switches with Himba wallets and pocket switches and so on and so forth. So they give you other ideas. You've probably got your own way that you're going to use to switch the packets, but you are going to need to switch a packet to do the final phase where it all turns green. Something else to consider is you don't have to do that final phase if you don't want to. You can just take out the 4 yellow cards, the 4 blue cards, and have them mix up and then have them separate, mix up, separate, because they have got...
Isn't there a routine in there where you can actually like let the spectator put them in?
Yeah.
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 That's really cool as well.
Yeah, that's really cool as well. There's a lot, it's really well thought out, and there's a lot of value that you're getting. You're getting extra cards, extra to what the cards were that I used in the routine, to do other things and other handlings. It's very detailed. The main routine, not difficult to do, lot to remember. Obviously, you are going to need a table. That's something to bear in mind as well. So, questions. Have you got any questions for me on this? Because I know you didn't. I know you kind of flicked through the tutorial, but it wasn't really your sort of thing.
What the angles like?
What the angles like? They're horrific. No, the angles are great. At one point, you're holding a double card, you're handling a double card, but it's getting dropped onto a packet of cards. That's not an issue at all. Other than that, there's no angles to speak of at all. No problems at all. You are going to need a table from a walk around point of view. You couldn't do this in the hands. You are going to need a table, so that's something to bear in mind as well. The cards are really well made. They're going to last a long time. They're not plastic or anything. They look like they're maybe made playing cards or USPCC or something, but they are really nice playing cards. Any other questions that you've got?
How easy is it?
I'd say out of 10, I'd say it's about a 4. Maybe a 4.5.
Well, like 10 being really hard.
Yeah, 10 being really hard, 1 being super easy. I'd give it about a 4.5. And I do think it's easier to follow, though, with the cards being the same colour on both sides.
Yeah.
I think it makes that oil and water very, very easy to follow. And it allows you to... But the fact that the cards are the same colour on both sides means that a lot of the phases are actually a lot easier because you have a reason for turning the cards up. It's just really good. I really like it. Really I watched it and I was thinking, I wish I'd thought of this. So I'm going to give this 95%. I think this is great. I'm definitely going to carry it around with me. The only concern I've got is I don't think I can do this all of the time because I need a table in front of me. It's not the sort of thing I'm going to be able to do every gig. Like the gig that we were at yesterday, how would I have done it there? Surrounded by people, like walk around. There's no way I could have done it there. A lot of the time, I'm not going to be able to do this. And I'm just worried that when I actually get a chance where I can think, I can do this, it's so much to remember that I might forget or have to relearn it before I don't know. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to find a gig to do it in. I'm going to give it a go and see what the reactions are like. I think the reactions are going to be great. I really like it. But that is something to consider, which is why I'm giving it 95%. What about you?
I'm going to give it 79%.
79%. Because
Really
Ryland hates 2 things. He hates card tricks, and this is kind of a card trick, and he hates French people. So because he hates French, he's quite racist. He's very Frenchist. He really hates French people.
What do you mean?
He hates French people. He never wants to have anything to do with French people. He says that French people smell. It's why you don't like... Why are you being like this, Rye? Why are you being like this? I don't understand.
What do you mean?
I don't understand. Why are you being like this? You're so... Don't take your hatred of French people.
I love French.
Love France. I'm joking. I'm joking. I couldn't pull that off. You ever tried? Ryland loves France. He loves. You said one of your favourite magic conventions was Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Rendezvous was amazing.
Rendezvous was awesome.
Yeah. But why are you giving it 79% seriously?
Card tricks.
Doesn't do card tricks. But apparently he does 8-ball tricks. That's why Wayne got a good review. That's what you need to do, Magic Dream. Next time you bring out a card trick, you need to shove an 8-ball in it. Then he'll give you a good review. Unfortunately, you get 79%. It is the highest mark you can give something if he's not going to do it. 79% from him, 95% from me. Let's move on with another review. Stop being racist to the French. So next up, we have my friend Seth Race from Penguin Magic, who is bringing out the Vanishing marker, or the Vanishing Sharpie. And I'm good friends with Seth. So, you know, there's going to be a certain amount of bias here, but I'm going to be completely honest. And I will be honest, actually, because when I first saw the demo for the Vanishing Sharpie, I was like, is this the sort of thing I'm going to be able to do? Is this the sort of thing I want to do? I didn't know the method, but I didn't know how practical it would be. When I actually watched the tutorial, damn, this is pretty good, isn't it? It's really good. I never would have guessed this as a method in a million years. It takes somebody like Seth to come up with a way of actually doing this. This is super clever and actually really practical. Yeah. So this is designed for a walk-around performer, and you get everything you need to perform the trick. You get the special Sharpie marker. You get the extra pen. You get the gimmick. We can't say what the gimmick is, but the gimmick is hilarious. You get multiple versions of the gimmick. You get more than one gimmick in case the gimmick ever breaks. You get lots of gimmicks. This is, and the effect is that you bring out a Sharpie. I love tricks with Sharpies because it means you can go into it anytime, anywhere. You're always going to carry a Sharpie around with you anyway.
It's like one of those, again, like you were talking about earlier, you do, I forgot what you said now, but like, while you're signing that card, you do the trick, with like the 2 of spades going onto the card.
Yeah, the logo.
Yeah, you could have done that, like getting them to sign the card.
Yeah.
It's like one of them, like it's like a little thing that you can put in between, because like you can say, now this Sharpie I don't really need it anymore, so gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. But yeah, and that's what happens. You take out the Sharpie, you make the Sharpie logo vanish first of all, and then once you make the Sharpie logo vanish, you take out a dollar bill or a £10 note, or you used a napkin, and you put it inside the napkin, and boom, you ball it up and it vanishes. Mm-hmm. And if you want to, the way that Seth explains it, you can have the napkin, examined at the end and everything. You filmed this for social media, so we'll have a look at this. This is a performance of Ryland doing it to Instagram, so you can kind of see how it works or what's meant to happen. So let's have a look at that right now.
Okay, so I've got a Sharpie here, as you can see. So I've got a Sharpie, normal Sharpie, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Sharpie and I'm going to make the Sharpie disappear. Watch. I made the Sharpie.
What?
I made the Sharpie disappear. It wasn't like the Sharpie. It was the Sharpie.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but I didn't actually make the real Sharpie disappear. So look, I've got a napkin over here. Maybe this napkin can help us. Look, I fold the napkin like that, and I'll put the Sharpie in. So you can see we've got the napkin and the Sharpie, okay?
Yeah.
Take the lid off, like that, and watch. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Can you actually see that the Sharpie is no longer in existence? What?
You know what I really love about that performance that you did?
What?
Genuinely, I've been doing magic for about 75,000 years. I am that old.
That is true.
That is true. I've been doing magic for a long time. I've never seen anybody ever do that swipe down thing with the pen.
Really?
Yeah. You were like, we were watching the trailer and then, most times when you do something with a pen and you make a Sharpie logo vanish or, you shake it or something. And then you were like, I've got an idea, Dad. Have a look at this. And you were like, I just thought that was I'm totally nicking that. That's brilliant. I love that.
Put it on the Netflix.
Put it on the Netflix.
Put it on the Netflix.
I love that.
What was that thing I said? Oh, look at this, and you went, "Oh, I'm putting that on the Netflix."
Yeah.
What was
that? That was amazing. That was really good. It was a cube solve. The cube solve.
Oh yeah, the cube solve.
Ah, that was the sickest cube solve. Yeah, you need to put that on the Netflix. But anyway, you did that. I love that. really love that. And I also love the presentation that Seth's come up with, which is I'm going to make the Sharpie disappear, and then you do that, and the logo vanishes, and you're like, wow.
See, I made the Sharpie disappear.
Yeah.
The Sharpie.
And then you get the £10 note or the dollar bill or the thing, and you put it in. And what I really like about this moment is they can see the pen in there.
Yeah. You
give them the lid, but they can see the pen in there. They can see the pen. And then it goes. It's great. It's really, really good. And the method will do two things. First of all, you'll look at the method and you'll go, this is hilarious. Well, first of all, you'll look at what's in the bag and you'll go, huh? Then
I thought I ordered a Sharpie trick.
Yeah. Then you'll look at the tutorial and you'll go, oh, that's clever. And then you'll say to yourself, will that work? And then you actually go out and perform it, because I've done this. I did this last night, didn't I? We were doing an illusion show, and I was doing close-up beforehand. Not him, he's lazy. But I was doing close-up with Matt. You don't do close-up, sure we do. And I did it like 4 or 5 times, making this thing disappear. People were freaking out. It's amazing. I love this. I love this, man. I'm going to give this 100%. I think this is really good. And I think it's one of those tricks that's flown under the radar at Penguin. Penguin bring out so many tricks. I think some of them fly under the radar sometimes. And this is really good. This is getting 100% from me. What about you?
100% from me.
100%. Told you everything was good on this week. 100% from Ryland. 100% from me. Well done, Seth Race. If you want something that you can put it in your act and you can do it anytime, anywhere, make your act. It's easy. That's the key thing. Yeah. It's very easy. If you can do a paddle move, he gave away how to make the Sharpie logo, man. Oh my God. If you can do a paddle move, you can do the trick. 100% for me. 100% from the French hater Ryland. Oh, the plus link. Get to plus link as well, Seth. There you go. Do you hate America as well, or is it just France? Do you hate Columbus, Ohio?
I want to move to America.
You want to move to? I know you want to move to America. Let's move on to the final review. So the final review this week is Lover's Waltz by Alakazam and Nikolas Mavresis. Now, Nikolas Mavresis is obviously from Cyprus. How do we feel about Cypriots?
What?
How do we feel about Cypriots?
That's Cyprus.
That's if somebody's born and lives in Cyprus, they're a Cypriot. Did you know that me and your mum got engaged in Cyprus?
I thought it was Las Vegas.
No, we got married in Las Vegas, but I asked your mum to marry me in Cyprus.
But you live in England?
Right, okay. So I met your mum, right?
In England?
Yeah. It was very much a very quick, we fell in love hard. 3 months later, we went on holiday to Cyprus.
3 months?
3 months, yeah. We were moving fast. 3 months we went on holiday to Cyprus. While I was there, we found this lovely little jeweller's shop.
3 years?
No, 3 months. We saw this lovely little jeweller's shop. Bought a ring for her.
Did she know?
No, it was all surprise.
And but how were you walking around, saw the jewellery shop, went in it? She didn't even notice.
Well, she went to hire a Jeep.
Oh.
Because we were driving around and we were doing some fun stuff and we were going around the mountains and everything. So while she was hiring a Jeep, because she drives and I don't. So I was like, I'm going to run to the toilet. I went back because she saw a ring she really liked. So I went and bought it. And then the next night, took her for dinner. She loved the dinner. We'd been, a little bit of romance.
Was it spaghetti?
Loved it. No, actually, I can't remember. I had steak. I can't remember what she had. Took her for dinner.
You should have shared spaghetti.
Had a drink or 10. Drink or 10. I'm not a cartoon dog, Ryland. We had a drink or 10, and then well, I just figured if I got a drunk, there's more of a chance that she'd say yes. I was very nervous.
You got her drunk.
Well, we were both drunk. It wasn't just me; it was her as well.
I still remember when you met online and you purposely made yourself drunk.
Yes, this is true.
Because you had loads of drinks. Just so you could.
Okay, we need to look. You need to get back to the. Nobody wants to hear about that. Okay, just to clear that one up. Yes, me and Sarah met online. We met on an online dating thing very, very early on before there was Tinder and Grindr and Swiper and all this stuff. We met online, and I think it was a thing called Yahoo Personals, and we chatted for ages online, sending emails back and forth to each other. And she gave me her phone number. And I really liked her and I was a bit nervous, so I rang her up. But I thought I'll get some Dutch courage. So before I rang her up, I had 14 pints. And I rang her and we had a 7-hour phone call. It must have been about 5 or 6 hours, maybe 7 hours. And I couldn't remember a thing of it because I was totally hammered the whole time. And I couldn't remember a thing of it. And she sent me a text the next day going, that was a wonderful to chat to you. Oh, it was so nice. Let's talk again the next day. So the next day I thought I better approach this being sober this time. And she told me afterwards that she almost dumped me before it even started because I had the same conversation with her because I couldn't remember what we talked about the night before. Anyway, that brings us to Nikolas Mavresis, Alakazam, and Lover's Waltz. Should we review it just for fun?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So,
so off track there.
I don't know. Well, we were talking about this is the most.
We were talking about Cyprus, and then all of a sudden talking about you getting a ring.
Well, yeah. This is the most romantic.
Are you getting drunk?
Very drunk. This is the most. Well, hey mate, you'd be glad that
Hey,
I
you
got
never
drunk.
finished the story about spaghetti and your steak.
Well, we both got a bit drunk, and then I asked her to marry me, and she said yes.
Story finished.
Yeah, story finished. Next night we got really drunk because we were in the hotel room and the guy behind the bar loved magic, realised I was a magician and just kept buying me and Sarah drinks all night long if I carried on doing card tricks. And I still don't think to this day me and your mum have been that drunk. We literally were vomiting all night long. It was terrible. It was disgusting. It was horrible.
Let me guess, Mum cleaned it all up.
No, she was as bad as me. She was
but
worse.
she was probably the one that cleaned it up.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
Probably was. Can we move on with the trick? Right, okay.
You
So
come
this
on,
is.
you
Will
come
you
on,
shut
come
up? This is Lover's Waltz by Nikolas Mavresis and Alakazam Magic. And this is the most romantic card trick apparently you'll ever see. It's a version of Anniversary Waltz where you have what. Now, this is what happens in the Nikolas's original. Nikolas sits down with Peter Nardi and goes through exactly how the trick works. And this is what happens. So you have somebody pick a card. And you have a second person pick a card. So they both pick cards. The first person's card's lost in the deck. The second person's card's lost in the deck. And then the first person's card turns face up. And at that point, once it's turned face up, you get them to sign it. And then the second person's card then turns face up and you get them to sign it. You lose it into the middle. And then there's one card now with a different coloured back. And when you turn it over, it's both of their signed cards put together. Beautiful idea. And when you buy this, you actually get a couple of different cards. So you get an entire deck full of refills. So you get a load of cards that are double-ended, Queen of Hearts and King of Clubs. But what's really nice about this is they've taken the LBGTWQ plus RBZ, you know, the community into account, and they've included some king cards. So they've included a few cards, not as many. You've got the majority of them are Queen and King, but you've got some that are King and Jack or King and King, and you've got some that are Queen and Queen. So let's say I was doing a wedding and it was two women getting married, which happened just a few weeks ago. I could pick out one of the Queen cards and do it with that, which is absolutely perfect. And I really commend Alakazam for actually doing that. I think that was a really good idea. Really cool. And the thing is, I wasn't too keen on some of the bits in the tutorial in terms of handling. There's this kind of weird cut towards the end with multiple breaks being held at the same time. I didn't particularly like that. I also didn't like the fact that what I didn't like aesthetically is they pick the cards and then they only sign them when the cards are revealed. I really wanted the cards to be signed once they pick them. And at no point do you see the backs of the cards, which also I think was a problem. So the way that I've got around that, I've basically changed the handling of the first part of the effect and got rid of that cutty thing that I wasn't too keen on. Nikolas is a genius, and I'm sure this works for Nikolas. And Pete made it look amazing as well, because Pete was doing the live performances, but it didn't work for me. And one of the things that I've advocated on this channel over and over again is if you buy a trick and it doesn't work for you, work out a way of making it work for you. So I've changed the handling. The whole reason I'm telling you this is twofold. One, you're about to see a performance and you'll see my handling of this. The second reason I'm telling you is if you've already got this or you want to get this and you like my handling, I'm not saying mine's better than Nikolas's at all. Nikolas is the genius that created this, but for me, this was handling that suits me better. If you like my handling and you want to learn it, I've shot a tutorial video and I'm sending it over to Pete tomorrow, and Pete's going to upload it into people's accounts. So if you want to learn my handling, you can. So I'm going to show you a video. I filmed this with Ryland this morning. It's now the evening. notice he's still in the same pajamas. Pajama day today. Although you're behind the camera. This is the weirdest performance I've ever seen. It starts off quite cute and romantic and goes into weird Bob the Builder territory, where we're talking about illusion builders that Ryland's dating and he's only marrying him for his split press. It's weird, okay? Bear that in mind. This performance is weird. I just need you to be aware of this. So I'm going to show you probably the most romantic card trick of all time.
Bleh.
Don't be blur. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be beautiful. Bleh. So we're going to have 2 cards picked first of all. Just say stop, mate.
Stop.
That's great. So the King of Clubs. That one can represent you. You like kings.
Okay.
And say stop.
Stop.
Okay. And we've got a Queen. Amazing stuff.
King and Queen.
This card trick's all about romance. Now, so the King can represent you. The Queen has to represent, I don't know, do you have a girlfriend at the moment?
No.
Boyfriend?
No.
Got any interest in girlfriend?
No.
Got any girls you fancy?
No.
Boys?
No.
Okay. This has to be somebody who... right, okay. I want you to pretend, Ryland, that in a few years' time, say 20, 25, you're going to get married. And you have to think of who you're going to get married to. And we'll give them a name. No, it could be like... Should we just cut to the chase and say Izzy Simpson?
No.
Near Evans?
No.
No. Laura London?
No.
Okay. You can make up somebody. Who are you getting married to in all these years to come? Who are you getting married to?
Bob.
Yes, married to Bob. Okay, so this is going to be Bob. Is he a builder?
Yeah.
He's a builder.
He's an illusion builder.
He's an illusion builder.
He made split press and
I'm pretty sure a guy did that.
and he made other illusions.
Okay, now I know why you married him. It's not for any other reason other than it's like, right, Bob, I want a new illusion. Go build.
I want a plunger.
Go build me an illusion.
I want a stretcher.
All right.
Bob, go fetch me a crystal casket, please.
Because this one here represents you, we have to have it signed with your name.
Okay.
Now, there's not a lot of white space on a king, so what I'll do is I'll get it signed here. And you would normally do this, but because you're behind the camera, I'm going to write your name in the margin. Is that all right? Mm-hmm. So we'll put Ryland.
I'll put a smiley face.
Smiley face.
A star.
A star.
And a Rubik's Cube.
And a Rubik's Cube. That cool?
Is it a square?
It's a square. I'm not very good at Rubik's Cubes.
Is it a square?
It's good enough, Rye. It's good enough.
Square with lines sticking out of it?
Don't moan, it's good enough. Right, okay. So, this card here, this king, signed by you, that represents you. You happy with that? Mm-hmm. We also need to sign this one, and somehow you managed to also get another card that doesn't have any white space in the middle. So this one we're going to sign in the margin as well, and I'll just put Bob's name on there. Are you okay with that? Mm-hmm. So we got Bob.
Bob. Bob the illusion builder.
I'm not going to be able
Bob the builder. Please put Bob the builder. Bob the builder.
Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Bob the builder. Can he fix the split press? Bob the builder.
I don't know about anything else, but he needs to fix the split press at the moment. Right, okay, so we've got Bob and we've got you, Ryland, okay? Now, we're going to have both of you go into different parts of the deck. We're going to have Bob and we're going to have you go into different parts of the deck. All right, okay. So just say hi, bye, Bob.
Bye, Bob.
Say bye, Ryland.
Bye, Ryland. Wait,
right,
I am Ryland.
Yes. So now we need to find you, and this is where the magic part comes in. Watch. You see, if you love somebody enough and you really think about them enough, then what will happen is they will always show up. Look, Bob must have been thinking about you because there you are, right there in the middle. Bob has been able to get you right there, and that's not bad, right?
No.
But now you need to think of Bob.
Bob.
Think of Bob.
Bob.
Are you thinking of Bob?
Bob.
You thinking of Bob?
Bob the builder.
Think of Bob.
Bob, go make me a split press.
This is there, ready to make you a split press. This is very, very
Make it a crystal casket.
You can't just order Bob around. You're married to Bob. It's not this is the weirdest presentation. I did not sign
Bob
up.
the builder.
I did not sign up for this. Look, we're going to leave you guys down in the middle. Because here's the thing, if you really love somebody enough, and I mean if you really, truly love somebody enough, then true love will happen. And true love is a very difficult thing to find. And when I say true love, I don't just mean marrying somebody because you want them to build you illusions. I'm talking marrying somebody because you truly love them. I don't think
they build illusions.
I don't think you truly love Bob. I think that you love Bob for his skills at building illusions. But if you truly loved Bob, then what would happen is, oh my gosh, one card changes. One card and one card changes. And it's got two hearts with an arrow going through them, which is the symbol of true love, Ryland. That is the symbol of true love. So if you and Bob really are destined to be together, and you really are destined to be together, then on the other side of this card, we are going to have you and Bob joined together forever with your name on one side, Bob's name on the other side.
Me and Bob?
You and Bob, true love, building illusions forever.
Hi, Bob.
That is, oh my God. Well, I hope you and Bob the Illusion Builder have a lovely time together. So weird. If I knew you were going to do that, if I knew you were going to do that, I would have pulled out the 2 king card. It would have made things so much easier. But whatever. Okay, so that's the performance. And what I really like about the way that I did it there is they picked the king.
Where's Bob the girl?
Bob could be a girl. Is Bob a girl?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you really care?
I just want the split press.
You don't care whether you're marrying Bob is a boy or a girl. You just want someone who can build your props for you. That's all he cares about. That's all he cares. He wants to be married to magic is where we're at with this. So basically, I like the fact that you pick the king, you have it signed, you have them sign it at that point there, and then you put it face down on the table, because then you've got that really nice display or show where you go and put them in, right? Which I really like. Anyway, what you just saw there is the effect. I slightly changed the handling to fit me, but that's the effect. And I think this is genius. I see so many variations of Anniversary Waltz come out, and they're all just variations on the theme. Ultimately, it does exactly the same thing. 2 cards stuck together. This has been actually an improvement over Anniversary Waltz in many ways, because you don't have the 2 cards stuck together. They're both fused together on the same side, which I think is much better, because if you're going to get a picture with the bride and groom at a wedding, if you've got a card that's like signed on one side, signed on the other side, that's not going to be the sort of thing that's going to show up on a picture. I'm thinking social media, I'm thinking brand awareness, I'm thinking marketing now. But you do this and you have the bride and groom and you're there and they're holding onto this card where the signatures are both on the same side and it's an obvious king and queen hybrid. I think that is so much better for a picture point of view, for a social media point of view. If no other reason, this trick is better than the original Anniversary Waltz for that. But I love the fact that the back of the card changes and you've got that like kind of colour.
Oh, the love heart.
Yeah, you know, you've got
2 love hearts with that arrow.
Exactly. There's just so much to love about this, and you get an entire deck full of refills, so it's going to last you a long time. I really, really, really like this, and I'm absolutely going to be including this. This is going to be my wedding trick. I have been up until this point doing Easy Waltzer, which is my impromptu handling, and then doing Cube and Bottle. I'll still do Cube and Bottle, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this probably instead of Easy Waltzer. Although Easy Waltzer is still something I'll do from time to time if I haven't got my gimmicks. By the by, I love this. It's getting 100%. 79%, because Ryland doesn't like card tricks and he doesn't like Cypriots, unless you don't like people from Cyprus.
I do.
Doesn't like people from
Cyprus
Cyprus.
in America.
You're an embarrassment.
Is Cyprus in America?
You're an embarrassment.
There's Cyprus.
You're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment. Apologise to Nikolas Mavresis right now.
Sorry.
First of all, it's a country.
Yeah.
So it can't be in America.
Europe.
Muppet.
Is it Europe?
I don't know. I'm bad at geography as well. It's near Greece.
Yeah, Europe then.
It's near Greece.
Greece is in Europe, so it's Europe.
Okay. I'm not very good at geography. I'm a magician. I'm pretty rubbish at everything. It's somewhere in the Greece area, all right? It's around about those neck of the woods. And it's a really nice place. You should go one year. I went. It's lovely. I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. So you get.
You proposed there?
Exactly. Thank you.
No,
79.
you got engaged. Wait, what?
I got engaged.
What's the difference?
If you propose to somebody, you're asking them to marry you.
That's
If
what...
mommy turned around and said, "Are you kidding? No, you're a magician. I'm never going to marry you." Yuck. Then we wouldn't be engaged. It still would be a proposal, but I wouldn't be engaged.
So you proposed and engaged?
Well, obviously she said yes. Do you know how we know she said yes? You're here. If it wasn't for me getting drunk and marrying your mom, you wouldn't be here. 79% from him, 100% from me. It's amazing. Let's move on.
There's no shot in the bag. There's no shot in the bag. There's no shot in the bag.
Oh, I thought you were going to get my arm. Ah! Damn it.
Got you in the head, yeah.
Ouch.
Got you in the head, yeah. This one. Cabbage.
Thanks very much for joining us. Right. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for joining us on Magic TV. We'll be back again next week with another review show. If you want to follow Ryland on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, you can do so by going to Ryland the Kid Magician. If you want to subscribe to this channel, please do so. And also, if you want to go and join the Netrix, it is www.thenetrix.com. .cookies will take you nowhere. It is .com. What?
Cookies.
It's .com. Thank you once again for joining us. We'll see you again soon.
Cookies. Cookies.
I'm Craig. I'm Craig.
Alright.
Wave to them all. We'll see you again. Bye, everyone.
Bye.